the game.
I'll see in a moment what this is.
Nope. Oh. Alright. Hello there, everyone. Sorry it took a minute here to get the stream going. But yes, welcome back to our stream here of Super Robot Wars Z2. For those who missed us yesterday, the members of Celestial Being and the Crusher Squad, who they'd been partnered up with, went on an investigation to the Dark Continent, a new weird area that's appeared south of Africa, and wound up running into some pretty unusual locals. All these crazy beast people who look like kind of balls of fur with arms and legs, and some humans who'd been living underground the whole time. This led in turn to us acquiring the Logan, the Gurren, and the Gurren Logan, which is probably something we are going to use quite a bit. After dealing with them for a while, we wound up running into some invaders, some dimensional beasts, just, you know, a couple of standard things, and we are on our way now back to Japan, where things are stirring in Area 11. Just as a quick note, we've acquired a couple of old characters we'd seen before, and a couple of new ones here. We've got the Wing Gundam back, as well as the Death Scythe. And we picked up the cast of Frontier. So we've got 4 Valkyrie fighter-type variable fighters. And the Koenig Monster, which is a huge armored tank-like unit. A Quadlin Rhea, which is used for Zentradi giant people. And the Macross Quarter, which is probably the best battleship in this game.
It's probably one of the 3 units you're going to see the most often from Frontier.
Probably, since you pretty much have to have it every time it's available. But yeah. So those are going to be nice. But now, things are stirring in Area 11. As we head off to Axion's headquarters in Area 11, of all places. But what a surprise this is! To think that my opponent at chess today would be just a student,
Of course, Lelouch.
I can only wonder what sort of routes you used to be able, well, to have an encounter with me here. I'll leave that to your imagination. To be able to... I had to use some pretty unusual methods that I can't even talk about here to be able to reach someone as famous and rich as you. Of course! The fact that you were even able to reach here is a miracle in and of itself! So, do you intend to accept the bet that I've offered here? Just think of it as the whim of the rich. So what I've bet here is this. The card to access my personal bank account. And if you lose, your life is going to be given to me. You're going to be my slave, What an unusual choice. Are you going to say something like, people's lives can't be bought with money? No, it's exactly the opposite. If I was to say anything, I'd say that you're offering way too little for me. Yeah, after all, there's far too little value to your life compared to my money. Well, I don't have any doubts that I can win this, though. It seems that you've got quite the confidence in your chess skills. I suppose so. The only person I've lost to in the past would be someone on the level of Prince Schneasel. You're a Britannian, aren't you? So shouldn't you know? After all, he's the second prince of the Britannian Empire. Even though they may have called themselves a unified front, the Britannian Union's government is pretty much composed of just those Britannian nobles, isn't it? And he, of course, is the crown prince of the Empire. As if there would be someone who wouldn't know that. If it's him, I already know too much about him. Alright, and with this, I call checkmate. What? It's my victory here. For someone who couldn't even beat Prince Schneasel, I suppose this is an obvious outcome. You're almost saying as if you feel you're better than the prince. Of course that's how I feel. Alright then, I'll have you go ahead and hand over the card to me. I suppose I have no choice. A betty is a bet, after all. Alright. And the security code for it? I won't tell you that. All I bet, after all, was this card alone. Oh, don't tell me, are you angry? Then why don't you bet... Then why don't we have another match with that security code on the line? I had heard you were pretty skilled at chess, and I figured you'd enjoy... It'd be a good chance for me to test my power here. But I don't have any need to deal with you anymore. I'm sorry, little student. This is the way that the rich fight. Well then, I suppose I'll show you my style of fighting then.
As his portrait changed there.
Lelouch v. Britannia orders you. Answer all of my questions. As his eye flickers and his Gias power activates. What? I'm not totally sure, but I think his eyes have changed here in the portrait to reflect that.
Yeah.
Now, I'll have you tell me the security code. 12XX. That's good. And now, well, you'll forget that you saw me. So in the end, you wound up relying on your Gias, huh? So you came C2? Yes, for some reason this person's name is C2 rather than CC. I think it's supposed to be written as C squared. But yeah.
Well, there is a reason for that.
I know, but it's just weird to have it written like this. Well, after all, you knocked out all this man's bodyguards with your Gias, didn't you? Why are you here then? Did you come to see my victory? You took on my contract. Since you did so, I have a responsibility to watch over you. After all, we're co-conspirators, aren't we? Watching over your actions is something I need to do. So you're trying to play the nurse for me, Don't get cocky. This is a good chance, so I'll have you explain it to me, Lelouch. Between destroying the Britannian Union and taking out those who killed your mother, which of those is more important to you? Those two things are exactly the same. All of the royal family of Britannia are busy fighting over the imperial throne. No, they're being made to fight by that man, Emperor Charles de Britannia. However, that is also one of the strengths of Britannia, isn't it? Only the strongest and most clever of them will survive and become the next emperor. Yes. The weak lose everything and are eventually destroyed. That's the way that Britannia is. Or you could say the way that this world is. The strong eat the wheat. The strong eat the weak is one of the basic rules of nature. But the one who decided that is the Emperor of Britannia is your father, isn't it? Yes. And thanks to that rule, my mother Marianne was killed. And then me and my sister Nunnally, who were still young, got sent off to Japan as tools, just taken as hostages. Yeah. Yes. Back 7 years ago when Britannia invaded and took over Japan, turning it into Special Area 11, Far East Incident, I was recorded as killed in action. So, Nunnally and I are already dead to the Britannian royalty, and now I'm going by the name of Lamperouge. However, I wonder how long that will last. How long does it have to last? If they know I'm still alive, I'll be made into a political tool yet again. And so that's why you want to destroy Britannia. Yes. With this power of absolute obedience that you gave me, the Gias. Anyone I look at with this eye, just once, maybe just once, but I can order them to do anything, and they'll be forced to follow it out. With this power, I was able to kill Prince Clovis. And then I became the Masked Man Zero, head of the resistance group. All in order to destroy the Britannian Union and change this world. In order to create a world where none can live safely. But I can't have you die just yet. That'll cause problems for your contract with me. Just hurry up and tell me about the contents of this contract, won't you? How long do you intend to just keep playing dumb about it? When the opportunity comes, I'll talk. Just wait until then. I'll go ahead and say this here. You can't use that Gyas's power to make me talk. The Gyas's don't your Gyas doesn't affect you. My Gyas doesn't affect you. Any wounds you require instantly heal. You truly are a witch, aren't you? You're acting pretty cruelly towards the person who gave you that power. No. I can only offer my thanks to you. Until I'd met you, I'd been dead. Even though I was alive, I was still just a pointless corpse. A life where you don't do anything. Just trying to struggle on and survive. What sort of point is there to a life like that? I suppose so. A life like that doesn't really have any meaning, does it? But now things are different. Now I am truly alive. In order to change this world. Thanks to that man there on the floor, I was able to obtain some new operating funds. With this, we can move on to the next stage of the plan. Thanks to Boatman's cooperation, we were able to receive from new type nightmare frames from Kyoto. It's about time for us to start acting for real. Well then, Lelouch. I'll have you show me the way you fight. I'm Zero. I am Zero. This world, I'll change it with my own strength. He is quite probably the craziest member we're going to have. Maybe. To everyone out there, please, keep a close eye on Zero there. We're going to have to decide something in the next game that is very important. The entire ending of the game will change based on him. Do you all think he's trustworthy or not? Watch him as we continue.
Do you believe in Zero?
It's a good question. Back to the Dragon's Hive for now. So what on earth's going on here? Why did we all get dragged back here? Those people... I think they're supposed to be from that weird spaceship that appeared out there, right? It's part of the Frontier Fleet. Let's see. I heard that they got transferred over here during that last dimensional tremor, but their fleet operating as a single country. And that's how things are. Or, I may as well go ahead and say hello. Yeah, we are the ones who should be saying that. Don't get so worried about it. Even though we're from another world, we're all from Earth after all. Is that so? What? You guys don't know about the Frontier Fleet?
You're not from Earth.
No, Michelle... Yes, Michelle? I mean...
Michelle's a Zolan, so...
I know Michelle is at least part alien, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not from Earth. I mean...
The planet Zola is incredibly far away.
But yeah, at least most of them are human. We have 2 members who are definitely not human, but yeah. We've been busy the whole time off investigating the dark continent, so we haven't been able to hear most of the information. Well then, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves again. I'm Ozma Lee, member of the Frontier Fleet's SMS. Alright, I have a question. So what's with that Frontier Fleet thing? The Frontier Fleet's proper name is the 25th Long-Range Macross-class Expedition Fleet. Expedition? Long-Range Expedition Fleet? Let's see. Our main purpose back there was to search for a new planet to call home, traveling across the galaxy. We got wrapped up in that dimensional quake and transferred over to this world. Let's see. So in that world you guys had called home, Earth had already been meeting with other species, huh? Yes. In order to talk a bit more about that, we've got to explain a bit about our world's history, I guess. Let's see. A long time ago, our planet got wrapped up in an intergalactic war and came almost to the brink of extinction. The Earth almost got destroyed? By an intergalactic war, you mean that it got wrapped up in a conflict between warring alien races? That's exactly right. And in the midst of that conflict, a single alien vessel fell to Earth. Afterwards, it became known as the Macross. That was the start of everything. Let's see. The people of Earth wound up taking that ship and finding out about the weird stuff crammed inside it. They called that all over-technology. And then they wound up renovating that. Let's see. And then using that renovated Macross as their core, they wound up fighting against the giant aliens known as Entrati. Aliens. Other species? I'd think that they'd be giants as well. Space, there really is anything out there in space, huh? Space is large enough you can find literally anything out there. Space is wonderful.
Yet we haven't found anything yet. Because we're just looking in too narrow of an area.
Yet. I firmly believe in our space program. We need to step it up. Alright. Even though there were a lot of sacrifices along the way, Earth eventually was able to make peace with the Zentratis. And as a result of that, Zentratis and humans have been living together since then. I'm Michal Blan, one of Captain Ozma's subordinates. Call me Michelle.
Michael Blanc.
Yes, Michel. Please note that he's written as Michelle there.
I was gonna say, I have no idea how you pronounce his name, but
Michel.
his last name is Blanc.
Blanc, okay. Party sniper. So living alongside giants? How on earth could that happen? Let's see. The Zentratis who chose to live along with humans have mainly found out a way called micronization to be able to shrink themselves down to about the same size as us.
And yes, it should be clone.
Yes, myclone. Mycloning. Not micronization
and myclonization.
Yes. Who knows why they came up with this, but myclone. Sure. Close enough. My name's Luca Angeloni. I am part of the SMS along with Michelle Senpai. Let's see. Well, as a matter of fact, the Zentratis, a long time ago, the Zentratis had been made as a combat-focused race. But they came from the same source as humanity. And that's why humans and Zentrati are able to live together and even have children. So a kid's talking about having kids? Hey! I'll have you know, I'm 19 years old. I'm a perfect lady. You're lying, right? No matter how I look at you, aren't you an elementary schooler? How dare you! Alright.
The problem. Due to
Yes.
having, and I quote, clumsy genes.
Yes, that is how they put it. And the one who's busy running about there is Clan. Let's see. She's a member of the SMS just like us, and she's telling the truth that she's 19 years old. And what'll probably make you even more surprised is she's actually one of those myclonized Zentrati. So this little brat's actually a giant? Are all of those Zentrati people like this when they shrink down? Normally I'm not like this! Look at my age, I'm telling you! Oh, calm down, sis. Calm down. I'm Lamia Relinea. The one over there is Nene Laura. We're both also Zentrati and operating as Lieutenant Clan's subordinates. Alright, so look at you two. I can see it isn't just that myclonization or whatever you call it should make you all smaller. Clan's a little bit special. Shut it, Michelle! Just because we're childhood friends doesn't let you do anything you want, say anything you want. Let's see. Anyways, as a result of that, Zentradian humans were able to cooperate. Let's see. However, if you look at the fragile peace we were able to build from the perspective of the universe, it was a pretty small thing. As a result of that, humanity decided to try and spread out, and built fleets to go ahead and search for new planets for colonization. I'm Canaria Berstein. Canaria Berstein. Berstein? Sure. Good enough. Yes. I'm a member of the SMS and also serve as the medical officer. So super long-range immigration fleets, huh? To travel across the galaxy. Even though you're from Earth, it seems like your history's pretty different than ours. By the way, what's with that guy who's been silent this whole time over there? There's the protagonist, ladies and gentlemen. Frontier's a good series, watch it if you can. Is that guy over there? That's not a girl? Who's a woman? What are you calling a woman? Ah, it's a guy! I don't blame you for being surprised.
Oh dear.
Yes. He is the beautiful star of the SMS, Princess Alto!
Oh dear, I just realized.
Michelle! Dare you!
Alto's going to be interacting with Camille, isn't he?
Eventually. There are a pair of people who have some real problems with that. Knock it off already, Alto. Be sure to properly introduce yourself. Sao Tome Alto of the SMS. Sao Tome, huh? That's a nostalgic name for us. Is the Sao Tome family famous in this world as well? What do you mean? In our world, this guy's Sao Tome family were a family of universally famous kabuki actors. I see. Yeah, so that's the reason for his beauty, huh? That's from a long time ago. Right now I'm a pilot. He seems a bit odd, huh? Let's see. Well, at any rate, thanks to the fact that the Frontier system's long-distance warp system, the Fold system, is having some trouble at the moment, we're currently trapped in the solar system. Let's see. At the moment, we've been accepted as a country and are helping out with the United Nations. As a result of that, our SMS Corporation is going to be cooperating with the UN's Peace Preservation Council. So what is that SMS thing you keep talking about? We're a civilian military provider. In other words, we're a special group who's not directly operating as a part of the military.
Strategic Military Services.
Yes, the Strategic Military Services. Not operating directly under the nuns.
New United Nations Spacey.
Because isn't spacey just such a wonderful word? We need something to describe the UN's Space Force. They have ships, they have planes, I've got it. It's like a navy but in space, so it'll be the Spacey.
And of course, space is technically under maritime law.
Yeah. Which is part of the reason that I have so much trouble trying to find out what the hell everyone's ranks are. Because in some series, what people's ranks are militarily goes under naval. In others, it's under army, I think, so it really is kind of crazy and varied. But yeah, most of the space ones go with naval methods of determining military rank. Like Gundams, most of the Gundams do. But yes. We aren't part of the Frontier Fleet's proper army. Let's see. Our main job is to take on requests to test out new models of weapons and gear. Let's see. However, we got wrapped up in the battles with the Vajra that were attacking us when we were undergoing our warp. What are those Vajra things? They're mysterious life forms. They're able to fold on their own, so they've got built-in warp capabilities. And inside their bodies, they can generate their own missiles and other weapons. So yeah, they're weird insect-like things that can warp, automatically generate missiles and other types of plasma weaponry and things. They're crazy. What's with that? Are those actually alive? Well, the Frontier Fleet's currently investigating what on earth they actually are. But at any rate, they got wrapped up in the dimensional distortion along with us and got dragged along to this planet. And here I thought we'd have a break from all these weird unknowns showing up here. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like you're upset about that, right? After all, it just means you're gonna have more types of combat data to sell the Axion, right? I guess. Yes. For me, at least, I can just think of it as more money coming my way. Sorry, but that's not gonna happen. The Vajra that came along with us have already been annihilated by the force the UN sent along at us. By the force the UN sent along? You're talking about those colony Gundams, right? I mean, hey, I'm the one who's shocked that that rumored celestial being's cooperating with the UN. Seems as though you guys also decide to cooperate with boatmen, huh? What's with that boatman guy? He's a mysterious guy who's been acting as our liaison with the United Nations. But seeing as he was able to bring even the colony Gundams on board, he's got to be pretty impressive. Let's see. He's promised us quite a bit of support as well here. Let's see. Ah, yes. I've heard that the head of the Peace Preservation Council, Representative Elgan, is willing to do almost anything in order to carry out his ideals. But to think that he'd even make use of guys like that. But thanks to that, we've got a pretty impressive team here that's overcome almost everything. Overcome mothers of even ideals, huh? Could be that we... Could be the reason the SMS guys, the Colony Gundams, and all of us are here? Don't know. Oh, I mean, hey, all the people in charge are busy talking right now, right? But at the very least, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm Joe Maxwell. My partner's the Gundam Death Scythe. And this silent guy over here is Hiro Yui. Well, you could think of him as a work buddy or something like that. I have no recollection of asking you for that. Oh, don't say things like that. Aren't we pals who fought our way out of Area 11 together? You guys were at Area 11? Yeah, we were cooperating with one of the resistance groups there to take out the Britannian Union. But the leader of that group was a weird masked guy named Zero. By Zero, are you talking about the guy who claimed to have assassinated Prince Clovis? Let's see. I've heard that his resistance group has been causing quite the stir tackling the Britannian Union, and must have quite a bit of power. Let's see. As a result of that, he's been called things by various groups such as Hero and Savior and such. Well, he's a guy who's on that level pretty much. After all, he's a first-class tactical specialist. But even to people like us who were fighting by his side for quite a while, everything about him, his true face, his history, is all kept secret. So did that Zero guy not follow along with what Boatman said? His main goal is liberating Area 11 after all. He did say that he was going to help out, but first he had some things he needed to clear up over there. What's wrong, Simone? You're looking so surprised. I knew that the outside world was huge, and that there was a world out there beyond the sky. But there was a world even further beyond that, and there were people living out there. Ah, leave it, Simone. After all, didn't we know from the start there's stuff we wouldn't be able to understand even if we tried? If you don't understand the reason, just trust your guts. That's the way we work. Yeah. And you guys are the same as always. Alright, let me ask you. Do you understand what the hell those guys are on about? Of course I don't understand. That's why I'm studying what's going on. Studying? What the hell's that? It's the act of finding new knowledge and then creating something from that. You're incredible, Miss Yoko. That studying thing, I'll do it with you. So those are the guys who came from the Dark Continent, huh? Seems like they're from a pretty odd place, huh? I guess so. Oh, after all, it's been closed off since that big great dimensional quake 20 years ago. But that world, seems like there's a lot of crazy stuff that was happening there. You got a big problem, everyone! Hello, Ruri. And this is? Her name is Ruri. She's the mental counselor of the Dragon's Hive. What's wrong, Ruri? For you to be panicking like this? Oh, yes. The WF and the Japan Liberation Front are currently fighting outside Mount Fuji in Area 11! What? The Japan Liberation Front. The largest resistance group in Area 11, huh? But to think that they'd join hands with the WLF, this can't end well for them. Let's see. Even more so, they've taken the people who are currently they've taken the leaders who are currently visiting there for the Sacredite conference hostage. So they got wrapped up the civilians in their troubles, huh? How can they not understand that this is pointless? Mount Fuji. And the WLF. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, Nina. Just calm down. But... Hey! Woman over there, shut up! Did you not hear me? I told you to shut up! Please don't yell. Oh, we're just some students who got wrapped up in this when we were out hiking. And you think that you can act as if you're unaffiliated with the world? What do you mean? This entire world is rotten! The three great countries rule over the colonies, and the small country is and crush down the rest of us. Why have we gotta live like this? It's because of the indifference of people like you! Yes, the indiscriminate violence, the indiscriminate discrimination! That's proof of the rottenness of this world! Yes! Everyone in this world has a responsibility to it! We of the WLF are fighting to change this world! Well, we don't care if there are a few sacrifices along the way! That's no reason for you to drag unrelated people into it? What? It's exactly as she says. Even if your ideals are true, the methods you're using are having the opposite effect. So long as you continue to use force and violence as your methods, that will cause protests to arise and drag on even larger battles. How dare you! What the hell are you thinking? You're trying to take the side of that dead hero Yui or whatever? Hero. I wonder where the guy who had that as his codename is now. Let's see. We have the Japan Liberation Front have joined hands with the WLF in order to oppose the Britannian Union. We'll have you all be sacrifices for our goal. The Japan Liberation Front. 11s. What did you say? How dare you! We're Japanese! We aren't 11s! Just screaming in terror. You're coming with me! You shall learn the wrath of those who you've oppressed. Cease and desist immediately. Who the hell are you? Are you one of those Britannians who was involved in the talks? Take me to your leader at once. What do you think you're playing at? I'm the third princess of Britannia, Euphemia Lee Britannia. What? To think that a Britannian princess would be taking part in the Sacredite conferences. Miss Euphemia? So that's Princess Euphemia? She saved me? Oh dear. let's see. Ah, yes. And now we head to the Shinjuku Ghetto. In real life, Shinjuku is not a ghetto at all. Fashion paradise, but as of 2017 Code Geass, it's hell. The Ogi Group's hideout. All of you, wear these. What are these? They look like some sort of uniform. That's exactly right. I want all of you to get into these. Ah, leave us alone. I mean, I said we'd cooperate with you, but we're not bad at dealing with this sort of stuff. The purpose of this, whether you participate or not, is up to the individual. However, if you do truly wish to free Area 11, then follow me. We just came here into the ghettos to try and get away from the police that were chasing us down. And that's how it is, Zero. We'll back you up, but we don't have any intentions of working under you. Zero, the people from Astragius, huh? Do as you wish. Alright, so then. But Chiriko, what are you gonna do? Hello again, Chiriko. Last time we met you, we were blowing your scope dog to bits. Yep. You've since acquired a new one. Not as good, but still fine. And he's completely silent as always, huh? However, Chiriko, I'll have you cooperate with us for this operation. I need your strength for it. Yes. So long as the police are still pursuing us, I intend to continue operating by your side. A give-and-take relationship, huh? Well then. I've prepared a slightly better armored trooper for you. So I'll have you at the very least work that off. This Zero guy. Hey. Yeah, how on earth? How much stuff has he even got prepared? But he's incredible, isn't he? I mean, look, he was able to get all that money out of nowhere. At the very least, you've got to admire his skill and guts, huh? Let's see. Even though he's wearing that helmet and you can't see his face, everyone's getting slowly drawn into his pace. He's the kind of guy you can entrust your dreams to, huh? Ha! What pure people they are. Zero. Is there a reason you're having us wear this crazy getup? The time has come. It is time for us to make our presence known to the world. Make our presence known? You mean... Oh, I got it! So we're gonna be going to Mount Fuji and cooperating with the Japan Liberation Front, right? It is true that we shall be heading to Fuji. However, our plan is to destroy both the WF and the Japan Liberation Front. What? The Japan Liberation Front's the largest resistance group in Japan. But why would we... We are not a resistance. Then what are we? What we are aiming to be is... Yes, we are aiming to be allies of justice. Allies of justice? But what the hell does that have to do with taking out the Japan Liberation Front, huh? Everything shall become clear at Fuji. All units, all of you who will follow my orders, come with me. Sort of flips his cape and walks out. Back to Dragon's Hive again. Let's see. As I've explained before, the Peace Preservation Council has finally been authorized to create its own direct special operations squadron. Let's see. Do you intend to have Celestial Being and the other allies here cooperate as a part of that special operations squad? That's exactly right. We've already received approval from the SMS. Hello, Captain Jeffrey Wilder. This guy is the main commander of the Macross Quarter, the new battleship. So long as the Frontier's government has decided, our SMS has no opposition. However, is this really okay, Commander Otsuka? Let's see. Leaving aside the SMS and the Crusher Squadron, which was a part of the UN from the start, we have It'll be a problem if Celestial Beings known to be openly cooperating with the United Nations, right? Don't worry about that. Representative Elgan has already had an idea about that. Well, our goal is to eliminate war from this world, and acting as part of the United Nations, and cooperating with the United Nations, whose goal is to help and protect all mankind, we have no opposition with it. So long as we have Veda cleared in advance. Veda? Celestial Being's tactical computer. I see. You have your own special computer, huh? Yes. Unfortunately, I can't say any more than this. So that Veda thing's the reason you guys were able to fight against the entire world, huh? And that Tyria is able to directly access Veda, huh? He's one of the only people able to directly access Veda, how very interesting. Well then, Miss Sumeragi. Here. Will the Celestial Being be cooperating with us? At the current point in time, we shall at least do some. We shall put forth temporary cooperation. In other words, depending on the situation, you may leave and continue your armed interventions? The fact that we have determined that to be the quickest way to ending wars still hasn't changed. However, at this point in time, with all of the unknown enemies appearing out of nowhere, we've decided that there's no reason to continue introducing pointless chaos into the world. However, if you put that the other way, what they're saying is that their armed intervention was necessary chaos for this world, huh? Let's see. Of course, if our cooperation does wind up posing problems for the UN here, we can always leave at any point. Understood. Well then, Miss Sumeragi, Captain Jeffrey, I look forward to working with you. Mr. Tanaka, we'll go ahead and use your Dragon's Hive here as our base for the moment. Hey, I'm just the middle management here, but so long as our Supreme Commander gives the okay, there's no problems with it. Thank you very much. Please go ahead and give my thanks to your Supreme Commander as well. I'm so very sorry about that. He's currently rather busy at this point in time and isn't available here. Well, at any rate, this is the start of the Peace Preservation Council's Special Operations Squadron. Things have gone pretty quickly here, but I guess we ought to see what's going on at Fuji. It's exactly as you say. Let's see. Representative Elgan has already requested that we deal with the scenario there. Our first... Let's see. Seems as though we've got quite a problematic thing for our first mission, huh? So long as they still have hostages, it'll be hard to have a head-on battle. Yes, this is Tanaka here. Yes, thank you very much for that. What's happening, Mr. Tanaka? Yes. We received a direct message from Boatman for all of you. Through Boatman. It says the man is someone who calls himself Zero. What? Zero. Why on earth would he be directly contacting us? Because he has a plan.
He always has a plan.
Area 11. Mount Fuji. Let's see. Command type Landship G1 Bridge. It seems as though your hands are pretty well tied. Current leader of Area 11, current representative and overseer of Area 11, Cornelia Lee Britannia. Is the incident at Fuji truly that difficult for you to solve? Zero. What do you intend to do by contacting me like this? You're a target for all Britannia, and you're the one who killed my brother Clovis. What do you intend to do by talking to me now? Cornelia, which will you choose? What? Clovis, who's already died, or Euphemia, who's still alive? What? Unexpected. The reason that Cornelia wasn't taking any action had to be something like that. Amongst those taken hostage was her beloved sister Euphemia. That answers everything. You're the same as always, Cornelia. You've always been soft on her. And that's why you aren't going to move. This works out well, though. What is it you're trying to say? I shall save you from Mia. I don't know what on earth you're saying, Zero. Then I shall show you that I can save her. What can you really? Chapter 13. The Black Knights. Yes, we are reporting in here from near Mount Fuji. Here. The terrorist groups known as the WLF and the Japan Liberation Front are currently in the area. They've captured a hotel in the middle of the lake where the Hakai conference members were being... The Hakai conference was being held, and have taken the people there as well as a number of sightseers hostage. Let's see. Can't fully translate this top bit here, but he's talking about how important this conference was because of the rare metal saccharide and its importance to the world at large. Basically, the most important thing to know about Code Geass is that a lot of stuff runs on saccharide, which is a rare and incredibly powerful energy source located only under Mount Fuji. So that's part of the reason they took over Area 11. Yes. No, not only, but most of it's located under Mount Fuji. Area 11 is the largest producer of saccharide in the world, coming out at about 70% of the total world output. Let's see. The output of saccharide, along with the solar power furnaces, is one of the main sources of power in this world. As a result of that, terrorist groups have targeted as a main area of attack. Ooh, what a surprise! To think that the WLF would be able to put forth that many people out here in Area 11. Well, since there are hostages, Her Highness Cornelia can't do anything, huh? But if we were to put it the other way, so long as we can get rid of the hostages, everything will be fine, right? After all, that's why we're here. But no matter how good Suzaku and Lancelot are, what can we do with a single machine? So, the people who have shown up here are... Don't really bother that much about the woman. Her name is Cecil. She's nowhere near as important, unfortunately. The guy with glasses is Lloyd. He is a highly competitive and advanced mecha designer, responsible for the unit we're about to see in a minute here. And this is Suzaku Kururugi, who has a really hard to say name. Kururugi.
It's at least better than Tuatha De Danann.
That Tuatha De Danann is, yeah. But yes, he is a childhood friend of Lelouch's, and he is the son of the former Prime Minister of Japan before the takeover of Area 11. He, yeah. He also got framed for murder and then got cleared, and yeah, he's currently operating as the chief pilot of the newly designed nightmare frame, the Lancelot. Yes. On that list of hostages, President Millet, Melina and Sachi, all of the members of Ashford Academy's student council are there. I want to save them all. Is there anything I can do? Lloyd! Mr. Lloyd! Suzaku! Look at the north gate of the base! That's... It's Zero! The mysterious man who threw all of Tokyo into chaos! Zero has appeared! It appears as though the gate is opening now! Are the terrorists accepting Zero in? Hey, turn the cameras! We want to get an up-close shot of Zero! Well then, show me Zero. Well, how are you going to act on this stage that has been prepared? This guy is Dietart. He'll be showing up as a supporter of the Black Knights later on. Zero. Will they treat Zero as a compatriot to be accepted or an opponent to be gotten rid of? Regardless, they wanted to meet the legendary Zero. There's no way they couldn't, after all. I've cleared all of the obstacles to the start of the operation. Now, it's time to start the show. Welcome, Zero. I'm the commander of the Japan Liberation Front, Lieutenant Kusakabe. Hey, it's a name I can actually read, I think. Pretty sure that's Kusakabe. I'm Zero. Allow me to begin by thanking you for accepting me in here. Of course, we had a great interest in the man who caused such an uproar at Kyoto. After all, it seems you've had quite a win record here. I take great pleasure in your praise. However, I must say that the path you are taking is very different from the one I wish. The fact that we joined with the WLF, you say? We're just using them. After all, their firepower is something that's truly appreciable, isn't it? If we use them well, then all's fine. As expected, terrorists are too naive. After all, hey, the only people here are members of the Japan Liberation Front. Go ahead and spill your guts. What do you want to say? Well then, allow me to ask. Do you have any intention of joining hands with me? If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna ask something like that, Zero, then show us your face. There's a limit to impudence. Alright. However, before that, I wish to ask you a question. What is it that you desire with these methods? What is your goal? What a foolish question. We wish to prove to the world that the Japanese spirit hasn't died yet. How old-fashioned. What? You're hopelessly old-fashioned. You can't be saved anymore. You! Are you making fun of our fight? What do you mean, Zero? It's exactly as I said. You're too old-fashioned. Alright, there's a limit to how impudent you can be. Zero, I'll cut you down! There's his blade. In that case... I just love it. Zero just has his mask specially designed so that with a little click or something, slot will slide out. A little chunk of it will slide away, so his eye will appear. Zero orders you. All of you, die! Who are these people? I've liberated the hostages. Ogi, Tamaki. Yeah. Go ahead with the rest and help them escape. Alright, this way. Hurry up and get out of here. Why should we listen to what you 11s say? This isn't the time to be saying things like that. Just follow their orders. Yeah, let's go, everyone. President Malay. I'm glad to see the student council safe. Elena Dorian. You have unusually sharp eyes, Must be due to your father's education. So you're that man they call Zero? Euphemia. In order to protect the others, you willingly made yourself a hostage, As expected. Huh? With this, I've gone ahead and carried out what I promised Cornelia. Yeah. Let's see. I suppose she'll be happy to have her vice commander back. You're... Yes. I'm the man who killed your brother Clovis. Even till the very end, he was spitting rage at me, saying that he would order the end of all 11s with his filthy mouth. Is that why you killed my brother? No. Then why? It is because he was a child of the Britannian Empire. What? Come to think of it, you're a child of the Emperor as well, aren't you? However, at this point in time, I have no intention of laying a hand on you. Hurry up and leave. Zero. What's happening? What happened to the Japan Liberation Front? We can't have any contact with them. Listen up to me, terrorists of the WLF. Lieutenant Kusakabe has made himself clear. He saw the foolishness of his ways and committed suicide. So now, what shall you do? Don't screw with us! We are... What? Another unit? It's a nightmare frame! From the Britannian Union? The white helmet of the Britannian Union, huh? Seems as though he's planning on infiltrating as well. I didn't count on you showing up on this stage I'd prepared. The rook guarding the king should stay in his place. All squadrons! No, Commander! There's a number of ships rapidly approaching this area! What's happening now? And now, it is time for you to deploy your units.
I am actually surprised by that.
You have 12 units to use.
This is going to be a hard choice. You
want the Exia? You want the Gurren Lagann? Probably want the Getter, the Mazinger, the Aphrodite.
Now I've got 4 slots.
Yep. Gaia's a good option.
Yeah, Gaia. Trider, I like your increased PP.
Aphrodite, you don't have a healer yet. So, no. You have basically the Wing or the Daguard as your big choice here. Do you want someone who can replenish energy? Or do you want the ability... Or do you just want the Wing's firepower? Please note the Wing is far higher level. Or you could take Ozma.
I was gonna say, I'm probably going to just take Ozma.
Alright. Check them out. Also, I'm pretty sure that, whatchamacallit should be opening up here. I'm forgetting the name of it. Yes, the ability to make use of people you didn't deploy in the last battle. I've completely forgotten what it's called. Wait,
Suborders.
Suborders, yes. But that's the group that's been working with the UN, the Frontier Fleet and Celestial Being? This is Otsukov, the UN's Peace Preservation group. Let's see. We're currently moving out to take out the WLF and its terrorists. Please throw away your weapons and retreat for now. So those aerial units are part of the UN? The Celestial Beings here as well. I guess it's a bit too crazy for us to say that we're just here by coincidence, huh? Let's see. I guess it's going to be impossible for the UN to say that we're unrelated to them now, huh? Let's see. Well, since Commander Otsuka took the lead, we're currently operating as part of the Peace Preservation Council. And with that, the Britannian Union can't lay a hand on us, huh? However, that Zero guy's really done it now, huh? Just as he promised, he liberated the hostages properly, huh? That guy. What on earth did he do? And we can worry about that later. For now, it's our turn to get to work. So long as we beat up those terrorists, everything will be good, right? Everything's exactly as I had planned. And since I've guaranteed the hostages, Cornelia can't attack us. Okay, Tamaki! Protect the hostages and retreat! We can't let the hand be laid on them. Have to protect those Brits, huh? Don't complain, Tamaki. Zero's definitely got something he's thinking of. Zero! I brought your nightmare frame along. Alright. With this I can take direct command. What should we do about the white one from Britannia? At this point, there's no way he can come after us. We can feel free to ignore him. Hey, it's Chirico and Garrett! Galen, it's been a while! What's with those nightmare frames? This guy's the Gurren Type 2. Ooh, purebred Japanese model. Area 11's resistance was able to create their own weaponry? Since it's come to this, we've got to fight! All those who are getting in our way shall be crushed through force! Hey, can you hear us, Suzaku? An attack order against the terrorists come from base. But we need to cooperate with the UN. Our attack targets are only the WLF. So ignore Zero, you say? We've got no choice. Since the main force can't move at this point in time, you've got to fight as Britannian's representative. Understood. We can't allow these terrorists to keep getting away. All units, advance quickly and take them out! If we prolong this too much, it'll become difficult. We need to do it as fast as we can. Everything is as I planned. To think, with as much power as this at my command, I can truly change the world. What an incredible sight. Everything's exactly as Zero said. Could be that he's been the one I've been waiting for. All units, advance! We'll take out the WLF and show our righteousness to the world! So, destroy enemies. Don't let a battleship die. Don't let Zero die. For the SR point, clear within 3 turn allied phases. Just quickly show off, we have 4 new units here. We have the Burai.
Oh.
Zeros.
Oh,
His
God,
is even
was
special
worse
looking.
than I thought.
Hey, and his is even special looking. The rest of them are just jet black. The other 2 ones respectively come with repair and resupply, which is good. So Zero, he has Command Aura level 2, the ability which is +3 will from turn 2 onward, Will Limit Break, and Tactical Command. He has Analysis and Lock-On as his skills. Please note, it's a size S, so it's pretty dodgy, but kind of weak. It's got a Slash Harken knife launcher things. It's got an assault rifle, and it's got a large-scale cannon. But that's not what you use it for. You use him. Zero is always used for his Tactical Command ability, which can buff other people. We have the Gurren Mark II, piloted by Colin Stadfeld. She has Prevail level 6, Fighting Spirit skill which gives her +10 will from the start, and will up on hit. She's got Guts, Wall, Lock-On, and Guard. So she's got the one which is takes only 10 damage, and the one which is for one fight, and the one which is reduces all damage to a quarter for a turn. Please note her one mech is sword equipped and has the Radiant Wave barrier. She has her own Japanese style Slash Harkens, Grenade Launcher, Radiant Wave Blade, and Radiant Wave Launcher. Something like that. I can't fully read those kanji because there's way too many of them in a row.
Shouldn't it be radiation?
It's called the Radiant Wave Surger, the weapon on its arm.
Huh.
Yeah, it's got a radiation launching arm, so crazy weaponry.
Chirico QV.
We have Chirico QV and the Scope Dog. Just a basic Scope Dog here, but
Oh God, the Scope Dog's stats are awful.
yes. As I said, Scope Dogs, they are seriously disposable trash.
At least it's good on land.
Yeah, but yeah, basically Chirico goes through dozens of these in his series, just blows them up left and right. One will be lucky to survive an episode. Yeah. Really low armor, pretty good mobility, pretty good accuracy, super low HP, super low energy, but it does not use energy ever. So, Chirico has Focus and Instinct, has a totally unknown skill which will still be in effect regardless, has Pinpoint Attack, and Prevail level 9.
If he's low on health, he doesn't die.
Yes. He is pretty much immortal. If you can get him below 10% HP, that hidden skill will activate, and basically he's impossible to hit. He is the god of crits as well, since his second skill there, unique to him, increases damage of criticals. His attacks are Arm Punch, Heavy Machine Gun, and Assault Combat.
Ignore size?
Ignore size.
Ignore size.
Fun. And then, for this stage only, we get the Lancelot, piloted by Suzaku Kururugi. We can ignore his skills. He's got Focus, Accelerate, and Lock-On. It's not bad. It's got Shield, it's got Swords. It doesn't have the Blaze Luminous yet, though. Sad. It has Slash Harkens, the Varus Gun, the MVS, which is... I saw earlier today what it stands for, but basically, not important. It's some sort of heat blade. And the Varus Full Power.
Multiple Vibration Blade? Multiple Vibration Sword?
Probably like multi-vibration sword or something like that. But yeah,
And of course, other units that...
And everyone else. So, please remember that in flight mode, the quarter has no post-movement attacks.
Oh yeah, I'm not really going for post-movement, but... Okay, you can't ground the quarter.
No, you cannot. I personally would have advanced it further in standard mode, but... I start by advancing people from the back personally, but it's your call.
We play games completely and utterly differently, man.
The World Liberation Front, huh? Just from their name alone, I thought they were just a collection of thugs. These guys... What? How much power have they got? Those who've got money have everything, huh? That really sucks. Yet they have quite a collection of stuff. They've got some Union Hellions, they've got Axions, they've got all sorts of stuff. But bro! These guys' mechas look kind of different from gunmen, but they're still pretty strong. Ah, don't quit your shaking, Simone! We've come out into this huge wide world, after all. Who knows what's waiting for us? But... let's see. A time like this, you should just put your guts into it. I'll go out and show you the basics. Hey, hey, hey! No matter what circumstances may be, we won't forgive those who use dirty tactics. We are the legendary Team Gurren! And their demon leader Kamina and his disciples and his brother Simone! Since we're here, the fact that we're here is your poor luck! Those who prepare themselves, come at us! Oh, and Simone is the main pilot still. Good. Good. Gonna get the kill?
Yeah.
The World Liberation Front. They've gathered far more forces than could have been possible a year ago. Is this the power of ideals and money? Is this the power of money? What sort of organization is backing them?
It took us an entire hour just to get to the first bit of gameplay.
Yep. It's because they had a lot of stuff to do, introducing Lelouch Lamperouge.
That's a long...
Because he's going to be an important guy. Well, yeah. That is the entire point. Turn on the art. So. The skies of this world really are large. But this isn't the reason that when I didn't fly so that I can fight like this. Damn it! What's with this feeling?
Alto, the only man to fail the triangle.
Yes. Because it's a Macross series, of course there's a love triangle. And he chose the sky.
Yep.
Bang. Punk. Just an axiom. Yes.
Fair walk mode. Very useful.
Yes, but please note that all of the Valkyries can only swap between two modes. They only have humanoid and plane mode available.
Oh yeah, you've got Commander, don't you?
Yes, he does, because he's a commander.
Still not a guaranteed thing, though.
But yes.
It's probably exactly the same thing, but... So they have the opening for them?
Yes. As they play the opening of Macross Frontier. First opening. Triangular.
Did it have a second opening?
Yeah, Lion.
That wasn't an opening.
Yeah, it was.
I do not remember that being an opening at all.
Yes, it was. Using such dirty methods? How dare you talk big for people who are acting like that? I'll go ahead and beat the rottenness out of you!
No, I was expecting all three of them to talk there.
Burn yourselves! It could very well be that each of them have different ones.
I was just expecting all three of them to have a back and forth. What does Command Aura do in this game?
So, Command Aura means that anyone who's in that aura, the closer they are, the higher their hit evade rates are. And possibly crit, but most notably hit and evade rates. And the poor Ptolemaeus. Just get it as far away from danger as possible.
And now...
But do you want to? So what you want is his second option there.
I was going to say, what I want to do is move him.
Yes.
Over to here first.
Yeah, move him somewhere you want. And then you want to use that second option there. So, he has 3 things he can order. He can issue an attack order, which boosts everyone's melee and shooting by 15 and their accuracy by 20. He can order defense, issue a defense order, plus 20 defense and dodge. Or he can issue an all-out attack order, which is plus 30 to melee and shooting, minus 40 to defense and evasion.
This is in my Command Aura?
No. Go ahead and select it, and it'll give you an area. And it's a pretty wide area he affects. So...
I can actually hit them.
Yes. This is the reason that you always, always, always want to have Zero out.
Since these two can still...
Because he is super useful. You have the Slash Harkens and that. Turn on the arc. If I've got the Gurren here, I've got nothing to fear. We'll fight alongside Zero. And we'll take Japan back from Britannia.
Is it playing colors?
No, unfortunately. So we shall probably adjust that here.
Colors is not just the default theme?
No. So unfortunately, there are 2 or 3 themes they have available for the Code Geass units. And they're not playing the best one here. So we're going to go ahead and quickly adjust that here. Background music. Where are you? Yes, they're currently playing Previous Notice. There are 2 other songs available, Elegant Force and Colors. We're just going to go ahead and set them to Colors.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that everyone knows from Code Geass.
It's a bit like Sora Hero Days. There are others. Nah, I screwed up. Oh well. There are other songs, but who really cares?
Yeah. Slash Harkens. Zero. You assassinated Clovis and picked a fight and are leading the resistance against Britannia. Here we get colors. But he's fighting against Japan Liberation Front and the WLF. Why are you doing this? What's he thinking? And what is it he's seeking for? What is his goal? As everyone should recognize this, or at least a lot of people should. It's a very famous song. Spinzaku. Oh yes.
Genocide are very large.
That they are.
After all, they are military bases.
Yeah.
Enemy phase.
So, here we go. Chiriko QV.
And I hope it's playing this theme. Of course, he has absolutely nothing to say. Oh, you actually hit me.
盗まれた過去を探し続けて俺はさまよう見知らぬ街よ炎の匂い染みついて
there's why Chiriko's amazing.
さよなら言ったはずだ別れたはずさ地獄を見れば心が乾く戦いは飽きたのさ 定めとあれば心を決めるそっとしておいてくれ明日につながる曲らい Ono no Satame. It's a pretty good song for being from the 80s.
I'll just keep the art off to keep the song going.
I mean, I've gone through the base song, so it just kind of loops for them all. Yes, just look at the hit chances people have against Chirico. That is part of the reason everyone loves Chirico, because really, that's the power of Prevail level 9.
Even with evasion erosion going.
Yes. He's got 27% chance of getting hit and will take a lot less damage. Yeah. Chirico is really hard to get into the butter zone, but if you are able to... And he doesn't even have anything to say when he dies.
Chirico died. At least his death should be very cheap.
Yes. Yes, that is the good thing about scope dogs. They cost almost nothing to repair because, as said, they are
I get the feeling
pretty
this
crap.
is going to go terribly. I have the distinct feeling this map is going to go badly.
Go ahead and just show the art here. Yeah,
I'm gonna die,
could be.
aren't I?
Well, I mean, so long as Zero doesn't die,
I
who
shouldn't have
cares?
to pay for this one at least, since I don't get to keep it.
We can hope. Ow.
You don't die. No, you don't die.
Yep. If only his shield was actually working. Yes. That's a pretty cool weapon, isn't it? Some sort of heat sword.
Isn't the rifle also a vibration rifle?
No. I don't think the Varus works like that. I'm pretty sure the Varus is like a variable weapon, which is why it's called that. It has the ability to, like, swap between solid and energy rounds and the like.
Sure, let's watch her better get hit. And barely even flinch.
Yep. Because they really don't take much damage.
I'm gonna dodge. Not like a 54% hit rate. When I've got
everything's going as I'd planned. And if we're able to win this victory, I'll be able to move on to the next stage. Wait for me, Nunnally. I'll be sure to create a world where you can live in peace. So just as a note here, Barai is really pretty crap. He's really not meant for direct combat, especially like this. So yeah, he's very much someone who should stay at the back lines and buff everyone else.
There's a reason I put him on a building.
Yeah. You need to keep rushing people down. You can attack from there.
I was wondering if I can...
Not quite enough for the sword Macross cannon. I would say wait and see if you can push that to sword Macross cannon.
Is that 110?
Allow me to check. Sword Macross cannon requires 120.
That's not gonna happen.
Nope. So, I'd say your best bet is either to wait there and shoot from range with the Buster Cannon.
Sure, why not? Let's just deal some damage.
Alright.
I should have applied focus on Elgan.
Yes.
Huh, I thought this was the movie version.
No. You don't get the movie version until Z3. Yep, it's quite a battleship. And as you've seen here, it can transform into a humanoid form just like all the Valkyries. It's pretty impressive. Even if you totally missed.
I really should have applied it.
Oh well. I'd recommend moving in closer, but it is, as always, up to you.
I'm going to do this for one reason, and one reason only. Command aura.
Okay.
Hit and evade right here. Size also helps, but...
You sure you want to leave the Gurren-Lagann on then?
Yeah. I don't actually like the Gurren-Lagann's attack that much. As a unit so far, it's kind of... meh?
I have no clue why you say that, but... whatever. It's your opinion.
It is not
And
quite...
you are entitled to it even if I think you are wrong.
It's not quite as strong as I had wished it would be.
Well, of course, if it was as strong as you wished it would be, it would break any sense of game balance.
No, Ben, that's for later Gurren-Laganns.
Let's see. Even if you want to show her ideals to the world, using methods like this will only create more enemies. If you guys want to understand that, then we'll take you on! God Mars.
It should be 4?
Yes, the fourth one is transform.
Wow, they have a respectable movement even.
Yes. Valkyries are designed to be super light and super fast.
Can't do that.
They can't hit very hard, but... and they can't take much damage, but...
I like Valkyries, though.
You
cannot sing it down. It's too high for you.
Sadly. My voice is the very wrong point to do it, sadly. Can't lower it down an octave or raise it up one. There's a different attack. Homing missiles.
That should be a good attack.
Yeah.
And on the off chance I
Macross
miss.
Missile Massacre. I don't think it's quite that yet, but yeah. Have to wait for the armor pack to get that.
Or the Itano Circus.
Yes.
Either name is acceptable.
Yep. But you need to wait until you get an armor pack for that. And armor pack he gets. For Trider, I'd recommend just moving further along.
There's a reason I have him here.
Yes, I know there is, but... alright. You guys are causing big trouble everywhere by barging into cities and roughing everything up. You idiots who keep on dragging people into it. Trider and I will show you the error of your ways! Trider.
10.
So maybe go down and try and get a kill? Just keep rushing as far as you can, is what I'd say. Maybe swap to the 2 to try and take that out? Because remember, you don't have anyone who can recover energy. If you run out, that's it.
That was better.
Oh hey.
That one.
And now you have Accelerate.
That went either better or worse than I was expecting, and I'm not sure which.
Well, either way, you can easily get that kill. If we're just fighting, if we're taking on terrorists we're roughing everyone up, then we don't need to hold back. So we'll just go ahead and rampage to our heart's content. You have a couple of people who've been beat up. So you're going to now heal the healer.
Yep.
Perfect.
Like who watches the watcher?
Yes,
Heals
who
the...
watches the watchers? And who heals the healers?
Most of the time themselves.
Yep. Especially in this one. I would send him somewhere close, but out of range of enemies, and then just have him set up a defense barrier.
That's this one.
Second one. Try and arrange it so you hit as many people low down as possible. Sadly, he himself is not included, so you can...
It's really over there. But I'm not going to do that. Add more bait to the area. And that's probably as good as I can get.
Yep. That's about as good as you'll get with that, because they'll get defense buff. And you've got the Lancelot there. Gonna check if he's got anything helpful. Oh yes. So,
Oh, those restore energy?
HP and energy.
I've never seen any area that does that.
They're base tiles.
That's lock on, that's...
Accelerate, and he's got focus.
Well.
I don't think that one will. Yeah, the little nodes certainly will. No one showing up yet?
No, there's at least someone watching.
Oh, that's nice. Gurn's just gonna have to try and dodge.
Try.
Yes, try.
There's a 0% hit chance.
As we get to let colors play here for a while. Wonderful song by Flo.
Just out of curiosity, do you agree with me that the helmets seem particularly superfluous?
For the Nightmare Frames?
No. For the Tyrans. The Tyran gun types.
You're talking about just the gun heads?
Yes.
Yeah, they do look rather stupid, but who knows, maybe it's heat sinks or something.
I'm gonna just go ahead and place one just so you can see. That helmet doesn't look...
All I can say is it's some kind of real coil suppression or heat sink or something like that. Although in actuality, it's probably
you
just...
actually dodged?
It's all thanks to Gramps' training.
12% chance.
Yep. And the poor Lancelot. Leave the art on. As he gets to use his rifle here.
The
Nurse rifle. I can only wonder why it's the color that it is. I mean, it just doesn't fit with the rest of the Lancelot's arsenal.
Pink, blue.
No, blue. It is very blue. But I just have to wonder, since it does not fit with any of the rest of the Lancelot's arsenal. But someone decided that was a good fit. I'm going to place the blame for that entirely on Lloyd.
The mech guy?
The mech designer of the Lancelot, as he very much seems to be the kind of guy who's like, ooh, that's a cool thing, let's just throw it on!
Yeah.
There's full power.
Seems like it was a good thing that I used focus and winter style.
Yeah, probably. Totally safe. And now, there's full power. Since you're here on the battlefield, I don't have to hold back. For those who have not particularly noticed, this is a good chance to see that all Nightmare Frames have these fun things called land spinners or something like that, that basically function as high-powered roller skates.
A trait shared by the disco units.
I was going to say the Scope Dog, but Scope Dogs, since you didn't really see it that much, have built-in tank treads on their feet. Some people claim this was to save money on animation. Others claim it was an artistic decision. Which is the answer?
Both.
Probably a bit of both.
I mean, they're built to be Jeeps.
Yeah. They are based on the Jeep. They're just a lot crappier than a Jeep. But yeah. Always fun to see the special sensor pop out for sniping.
Although, there's not a lot of room for error there. That's not the word.
You mean there's a lot of target to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of target to hit there, which is part of why he's able to deal so much damage. But yeah. Sniper attacks are always good. Please remember, you have one turn here to wrap this entire stage up.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That TRN is the big problem.
Not really.
How are you going to get people over to it? I mean, Alto can probably get there. Yes, he has Accelerate. He has Instinct. Do you want to use that?
No, I don't want Instinct, I want Focus.
Just Focus?
Can I also back Instinct on half that?
Yeah, but it's a bad idea. I mean, if you need it, sure, go ahead. But I don't think he can hit it. Maybe if you got that one genocide run in the way, he'd have a better shot. But hey.
If I get 2 kills... Oh, I know how to get over there.
He has Accelerate now. But can you deal enough damage? That is the question.
The other question, of course, is...
I'd say you probably want to go ahead and use the attack aura.
What? Oh.
Attack order. Issue an attack order.
This?
Yes. Get everyone you can in range. And... So yeah, now everyone's gotten a fairly significant attack buff. Drill arm. Drill arm and hope it works. Force swap back to the Getter 1.
That was the wrong Getter to switch to.
Yes. You want the Getter 1.
Why is this so hard for me? Oh.
Okay. Yes, Spiral Getter Beam is very much in range.
That should probably at least do a fair bit of damage.
Yeah.
A counterattack should kill after this. If this doesn't.
That's not going to work, though. You have 3 ally phases to win. Not 3 turns. So, good luck.
Kills.
That can help. I mean, you've got the size difference. Yep. As its cannon just sort of melts there, sadly. Alright. So yeah, you've got 4 really big things.
1 more kill.
I would swap it back to standard mode.
Yeah, that's...
Swap back to flight mode. Third thing.
I'm starting to get used to actually looking at the menu, so I won't need you to.
Yeah. Perfect. So, I'd recommend seeing what of those you need to smack the most. Some of them are completely undamaged. That one's beat up. Those are completely intact.
There are 2 over here.
They've been damaged. Charger's probably best off taking out some of those.
Oh, this one's first.
Go ahead and transform everyone who can.
Not that I can get over anywhere.
Sadly. Can't cast Excel on someone else.
Nice long range attack.
She has a range of 4.
That's not good enough.
Sadly, you don't have any viable map weapons.
That was a mistake.
Very bad move. No, I think
really.
you're going to be getting that SR point here.
It's not as bad of a move as you think, actually. I find it highly unlikely I will be getting SR point, yes,
But you'll be fine.
Can sport text take? No, they cannot.
They cannot do diagonally. And they cannot be done post-movement.
Sure.
Radiant Wave Surger, activate!
Well, if I fail the SR point, it's not that bad since I am already on hard mode.
Yep.
Somehow.
I have no clue how that works, yes. Pretty nasty attack. Basically boiling the enemy from the inside out. Not quite enough. Check his skills.
He should have.
He does have Accelerate there, so. Rocket Punch.
I can't really...
Rocket Punch is all you can do.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the SR point.
I
so.
give up on the SR point. It's not that big of a thing.
If you want to change things, if you want to change the things, then make sure you do it fair and square. I won't accept people who take hostages. Yes, if you're gonna do that, then you're no different than Dr. Hell and his plans of world domination. Go away! Rocket Punch! One of the few songs I definitely will not sing. Because of... just... Conchita Knight just isn't a really good opening theme in my mind. It's perfect for a combat theme, but for an opening theme for a series, it's just not that great.
I assume neither of them.
No. Neither of them have Excel. Use the knife, or are you going to show off the C maneuver?
Let's show off the knife. This is the one that's going to be used the least, after all.
I can't say that for certain, but yeah. All of the Valkyries have energy knives. Not that they use them that much in the series, but it's a nice post-movement attack for the humanoid form.
I imagine that's going to happen in Z2-1 rather than 2.
What point? Oh, I forgot he had that.
I'm definitely going to be using you a lot.
Yep. So Ozma has consecutive actions just from the start. Yeah, Ozma's pretty good. He was the one I used the second most out of the Valkyrie pilots, but...
I kind of like Mikhail. Luca! On principle.
He's got jamming, but that's it. That is all he brings to the table.
Having watched Dan Cougar Nova, this is almost a one-for-one copy of the animation.
Yep. Because the thing about Dan Cougar Nova is that it may not be particularly beloved, but it's very cheap to license, right?
No.
No?
No. That's not the reason. The reasons are simply, one, the people who create the series like Dan Cougar Nova, they like the design, and it has a female pilot.
Ah, yes.
Thus, as a female super robot pilot,
it's very uncommon.
Yeah.
And thus something they want to keep in.
Yes.
Yeah. Because really, there aren't many female pilots. Oh, he learned Mercy.
She is probably the most hot-blooded female pilot in
existence?
At least in anime. There are probably real ones that are more, but...
Yes. Yeah, there aren't many others who are like that. That's way overkill.
I know.
But sure.
I
Trider
just want
bird
to do
attack.
the bird attack.
The coolest attack the Trider gets. In order to protect the livelihoods of my 4 employees, Trider shall go forth! Oh, Trider. You try your hardest, elementary schooler, but you're an elementary schooler.
I have to watch it at some point.
One of your final attack animations in Super Robot Wars T
And
is you just frantically pushing buttons and hoping that something happens. What could be better?
Yes, you do have enough folks then.
Yep. For those who may have played more recent games in the series, your spirit is very much a limited resource in this one. It does not regenerate over the course of the stage. If we get to Z3, however, that will not be the case.
I see maneuver.
Yes. This is the everything you've got in one go. Do everything you can. Can you keep up with me? I think not. Looks far better with the further armor packs, but...
Just out of curiosity,
Where are you looking?
with further armor packs, does that mean that Ozma gets at least the armored and super?
So I don't know if he gets the super pack, but he will get the armored pack.
Super fast tornado.
Oh, long range. Yes, so...
The universally shared packs.
So yes, in a while they'll be picking up their equipment packs. Ozma gets an armored pack, everyone else gets a super pack. And then, as a late game secret, Alto may or may not wind up getting a tornado pack, which is really special and cool and we really want to get because it has a super awesome finisher move. But we'll see if that happens. Feed the kills to who you want here now. I would recommend Alto as a...
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because Alto is low leveled as well.
Sure, let's see either one.
Yes, Altos should look fairly similar since they've got the same equipment at the moment. Yes, Alto starts off very low level because he's, you know, not a combat pilot. He's a kabuki actor who just winds up as a combat pilot.
Feed the kill to Mazinger. Yeah.
Alright.
Or at least feed a kill to Mazinger.
Where are you looking? I'm right here! And then because Dynamic Kill just gets to go in, plant his gun in, fire everything he's got. Yes, sadly we don't get Macross Missile Massacres yet, but we will eventually. Let's see. Wanted the kill fed to Mazinger, so alright, Colin, come over here. Use your slash Harkins. Yeah. Use those slash Harkins, show them off. To deal a bit of damage, but not too much. Because it has chest-mounted ones. And now Mazinger. And Mazinger should finish it here. Unless reinforcements arrive. I'll blow on you! Rocket Punch! A glorious attack. And you can see daylight through him. So it's over, huh? This is incredible, the force we've got here. Yeah. Come to think of it, we're probably stronger than some small countries' armies, aren't we? We've got this strength. We shouldn't be afraid of anything that comes. That's right. But this strength, we have to make sure we use it for the right purposes. I've always lived my life thinking that I'm in the right. And that's not gonna change either. Thinking that you're right is something that people in countries do all over the world. Zero! We followed your orders and rescued and sent the hostages to a safe location. So we were able to rescue Shirley and the others, huh? And the real-time broadcast is continuing, huh? Now what's left is to do this. People of the world! Fear us or accept us. Our name is the Black Knights. The Black Knights? How ironic that terrorists would call themselves knights. We Black Knights are the allies of those who do not have weapons. No, it does not matter if you are an 11 or a Britannian. The people of the Japan Liberation Front took Britannians' innocent citizens as and were willing to slaughter them. What a foolish action. As a result, we have passed judgment upon them. Are you serious? That man. The incident with Clovis was exactly the same. He had ordered the slaughter of innocent 11s. Let's see. We shall not allow such pointless actions to continue. Ooh. And that is why we are here. I do not wish to fight. However, we shall not allow the strong to continue mindlessly crushing the weak. Those who should shoot are those who only have the resolve to be shot in turn. Whenever those with strength would seek to crush those without, we shall appear again. No matter how large the enemies we fight may be, not just here in Japan, but anywhere in the world. What a shock. Is he trying to pick a fight with the world? What on earth is with that guy? Is he really trying to be some sort of ally of justice? Allies of justice, huh? Those with power, fear us. Those without, seek us out. This world shall be changed by the Black Knights. And look at that, only 1,600 for the scope dog.
Yeah, that's super cheap.
Super
Probably because the scope dog is...
Scope dog. It's mass-produced junk.
More than that, you know, the scope dog is a risk-reward.
Yeah.
You want to be low on health.
Mr. Zero, your strength was truly surprising. What on earth method did you use to be able to rescue the hostages like that? I can't answer that question. However, something of that level isn't very difficult at all for me. What was your objective in joining with us? Allow me to cut straight to the chase here. We of the Black Knights wish to cooperate with the UN's Peace Preservation Council. Are you serious? As I explained it there, I founded the Black Knights in order to carry out justice. In order to fulfill our goal, joining with you was the fastest route. I've heard that you're all a resistance group. Wasn't your original objective to liberate your country? I seek to liberate Japan in the truest sense of the word. See, in order to do that, we will need to unite the hearts of all of the citizens. The Black Knights are merely a tool to do that. See. In order to bring out the will of the people who have been downtrodden, they shall need an existence to which they can entrust their future. And so what you intend to be, that is justice, huh? See. And so to do that, you intend to use secret connections like boatmen, but also intend to form connections in the normal world with the UN, huh? And at the same time, you're thinking you might be able to use our fighting power to help you out at points. That is exactly right. What? See? Since it's come to this, I don't intend to cover things up. In order to carry out my goals, I've decided to join hands with you. If you think there is profit to be gained from having us, then accept us. And if we decide not to, I'll merely think that it was not fate that it should be. However, if you determine that we are to be a target of yours, then we shall respond with full force. Oh, you're quite impressive, aren't you? Well, you've thought of quite the well-laid plan there. Call it what you like. See? I thought you were pretty good at slipping around in the dark, but you're pretty honest at times, huh? Do you think you'll be able to sway me with words like that? Maybe not. Let's see. But since it's come to this, I may as well... I'll just need to wait and leave the decision to those who are higher up. Is the Dragon's Hive Supreme Commander going to come here? No, no, no. I wasn't talking about my commander. I was talking about you guys. Excuse me. Representative of the United Nations Peace Preservation Council, Elgan Rodick? Representative! To think that you would come here without any warning. Well, it would be inconvenient in many ways if it were to known that I was here. Be known that I was here. I sincerely apologize for not informing you, Commander. That light way of speech. So this is Elgan Rodick, the only man who's capable of gathering this many talented individuals. No. To us, at least, I suppose boatman would be a more appropriate name for you, correct? What? You realized it, huh? I'd already had some suspicions. Representative Elgan. Let's see. It is as you say. If it's discovered that the UN has relationships with Celestial Being and the Black Knights, it would become an enormous scandal. Let's see. So in other words, in order to prevent that danger, the fewer people who know about the secrets, the better, correct? In order to try and do that, having someone who could communicate on the front of things and in secret would be the easiest method. By doing so, you wouldn't only protect your secrets, but you'd also be able to cut down on the time lost from communications with each other. Exactly right. Well then, I suppose I don't need to continue explaining that. I am the one who used the name of Boatman to contact both Celestial Being and Zero. In this position, I figured the more people we had, the better it would be. It was pretty difficult to do, though. I'm sorry, Commander Otsuka, for having to keep this a secret from you. No, please raise your head, Representative! What is your goal? For what reason have you gathered all these people here with their different goals? It's exactly the same as you, Zero. In order to carry out justice. Justice? Everyone's ideals are different. However, the justice I think of is something for the peace and prosperity of all mankind. So it's exactly the same as the ideals of the peace preservation in the group which you lead, Let's see. However, in order to create and protect that peace and justice, something was needed. And that is why I have gathered you. Seems as though you don't intend to ask about what has come before. You need to ask about what came before. Alright, I'll go ahead and say everything. Elgan Rodick. I'd like to hear what you really think here. Is what I'm saying truly that strange, Zero? See. Or could it be that you think... Or could it be that the justice you're thinking of is something that's truly shallow? Everyone wants peace and... Everyone desires peace and justice for themselves. Can you truly not believe that there's someone like me out there who wants that for everyone? Very well. I didn't intend to come here and pick pointless fights. After all, it is because I was moved by your ideals that we are here. Well then, do you intend to lend us your strength? This has nothing to do with whether you're a member of the UN or boatman. In order to carry out my own objective, I will join forces with you. And Celestial Being? Since we've come this far, there's no point in going back. See? And although we may not be Zero, we've also been moved by the ideals of the Peace Council. See? Although our means of getting there may be a little bit different. Let's see. I mean, although our means of getting to that ideal may differ, with the way we worked today, I think we should be able to continue this cooperation for a while longer. The Crusher Squadron, Celestial Being, the Black Knights, and the SMS. And all of their collaborators. With this, I've prepared everything I'll need. Then, Representative? As of this point, you all are going to be the UN Peace Preservation Council's Special Operations Squad, ZEXIS. ZEXIS? Z Extra International Sabers.
That's a terrible name.
That is the name of our International Special Operations and Rescue Squad. But hey, it could always be worse.
That's worse than Zooth.
Z Extra International Savers. Why is there a Z put on the front? Let's see. It's something that isn't X or Y, an entirely third option. That's the reason it's at the front. ZEXIS, huh? Do you have any objections to it?
Might as well keep it as ZEXIS.
Yes. ZEXIS is a perfectly fine name. We are the Z Extra International Savers.
ZEXIS is fine as long as you don't go for the full name.
This name shall never be... This shall be used as an acronym and nothing else for the rest of the series. Perfect. Well then, as of now, you are all officially ZEXIS. ZEXIS, huh? It's got a mysterious feeling to it. We've all got our own places we've come from and our goals. There are even some of us who were born on different worlds, but we're all going to be fighting together now. I don't know how long this ZEXIS will stay together, though. I'm not going to be able to take direct contact with you for quite a while. Well, as a result of that, ZEXIS's main operations will be left up to you on the scene. In other words, you're going to trust in our decisions? That's exactly right. If not for that, we wouldn't have been able to put together a group like this. Very well then. I shall believe in your words. Captain Otsuka, I leave looking after them to you. Understood, Representative. For the peace and prosperity of all mankind, I shall put out my utmost. I'm counting on you, ZEXIS. I'm betting humanity's future on you. Unknown location. A gathering of celestial beings observers. Observer Alejandro Corner is entered. With this, everyone has gathered. Well then, allow us to talk about today's topic, celestial beings' actions. As everyone here should already know, Celestial Being has joined with the UN's Peace Preservation Council. And the other people who've decided to cooperate with them are Zero from Area 11, and these visitors from another world. A collection of those who could become sparks of war, Let's see. Although there were some problems with the plan to cooperate with the UN, and then a bit of confusion, it would appear as though Vega confirmed the plan. Even though it truly was surprising, wasn't it? Although in the way the world's become, we can't say that even Vega's decisions are absolute fact. Do not worry about it. We observers. No matter how the world changes, our job is the same, to watch over Celestial Being. Yes. Now that we've put forth the ideals, let's think as observers. We'll just have to watch over and see if Celestial Being's new operation plans work out or not. I'll say they will. Let us accept. Yeah, I agree as well. Well then. It appears as though I'll need to start moving here, in order to guide this world in the correct way. Clear bonus. You receive 50,000 money, a cartridge, a muscle cylinder, a sniper lens, and an E-carbon armor.
Okay.
Also, a high-function radar, a neural ISC, an A adapter, and a screw module. A land module, thruster module, and an eco snack. Sub-orders are now available.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
That took 2 hours.
That took... wow. So, we have now reached the point where we can do sub-orders, which allow us to put people into various things. Anyone we did not use in a stage, we can apply to one of 4 different things. We can either get them 20 PP, 2 kills, 1 level, or money equal to 500 times their level. So, there are some people... So you're probably going to want to start by taking anyone you plan on actively using and putting them in the kills list.
That would be...
This is experience.
Isn't that...
No.
Oh, you actually meant kills.
Yes. So, because you really want to have ace bonuses. Ace bonuses are very good.
Both of them.
So it takes 70 to become an ace.
None of you guys have particularly great ace bonuses.
Then don't worry about it and move on. So, training. I would recommend going to training and dropping in
Which one is that?
Top one. Which provides 20 PP. I would recommend putting Akagi in there at the very least. Dieguard's pilot.
Okay.
Down 2. Yeah. Because you want him to be able to get his resupply skill as soon as possible. Because resupply skill is very important to have.
Okay. Money, probably the most important one for me.
Yeah. Go ahead and drop the shuttle and Cosmo Crusher there immediately. After that, I'd say if there are people you're thinking about using, just don't, and just put them somewhere else. If you don't plan on using Alleluia, drop him in there.
Yeah.
But the other 4...
The other 4 I'll give some experience.
Alright, yeah. You can choose levels, kills, or pilot points.
You definitely.
Not necessarily, because the thing is... Remember, diminishing returns.
What?
So, it gives you exactly 1 level. And since you're fighting higher level enemies, every kill will give you more experience.
I'll go ahead and drop at least her in there.
Yeah. But if anyone is too far back, and someone you think about using, it's a bad idea. Alright, so.
Let's go for this.
Alright. Kagi gets 20 pilot points, they all get 2 kills, she gets 1 level, and you earn 22,000 more money.
Which is important.
Yep, because you've got new units to use.
New units, items.
Yeah, the items are going to be hard to figure out what you want to do.
I'd say give Chirico an A adapter, but we're not going to space yet.
Nope. Yeah, you have some very important new items.
I'm not gonna give this to you.
Sure, because if he dies, game over.
If he dies, too bad.
That's not a good thing, so. Mobility is not necessary.
Movement up would be nice.
Yeah. But you've already got 2 movement units that you've stuck on someone else. Thruster module. All they have is a propellant tank. Cover energy.
I'll put one on Dieguard and one on the Exia.
Yep. And give them that. Yeah. This will take a bit, so we probably ought to do most of this in between.
Yeah.
Unless you think we won't be able to get through another stage here.
Quite frankly, if it's as long as the previous one, no.
Well, if it's only a single stage, it's only a single stage. There was a lot of exposition.
Yes.
And a lot of people who needed to be introduced. So I'll leave it. Well, we went through 3 yesterday, we went through 1 today. It evens out, so I shall leave it to you if you wish to cut things here.
I think we should stop, especially since you want to definitely be available around 6 o'clock.
Alright. So I suppose at this point in time, we'll go ahead and cut for the day. Consider it just things balancing out for yesterday's having 3 chapters, and the very long chapter we did here. So, alright.
See you later.
We shall sign off here, and we'll go ahead and assign everything here in between episodes. See you all!